Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A great rookie season for Barkley, over 1,300 rushing yards, second in the NFL, 11 rushing touchdowns. Also a big asset in the passing game, 91 catches, most by a rookie in NFL history.
Yeah, second only to Christian McCaffrey in 2018, not counting the rookie status at all. How about 2,028 yards from scrimmage, which led the NFL, 15 total touchdowns. He ended up breaking 94 tackles. A lot of people said he didn't run inside. Oh, he did, and he broke those tackles and made plays downfield. And don't forget this about this guy. Those numbers would normally win Rookie of the Year going away. He'll be in a real battle with Baker Mayfield from Cleveland for that honor.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I think this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. Lauletta on 3rd down. He's going to air one out. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, 30 yards. And the Giants take it right down and score on the open. True blue on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Wilson. He hits ball to the right side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up a touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn them a fresh set of downs. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Here's Wilson. Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. B.J. Goodson coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Wilson and the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's going to go down again. B.J. Goodson in there to drop it for his 2nd sack now here tonight.
Okay, was it a breakdown in protection? Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
Let's go, 14.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. That is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Not often do fourth down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. First down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again, go play action, hit them over the top.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. For Carson, CD, quite a season, although maybe somewhat under the radar, but part of the NFL's top rushing offense, and he was 5th in the league.
1,151 yards, 9 touchdowns, and Seattle got back to their identity, which is a run-first offense that provides some pretty good thump inside the tackles. And how about Chris Carson? A 7th-round pick 2 seasons ago out of Oklahoma State. Never ran for 1,000 yards in college. Does it here in the NFL. Pretty underrated name with a big-time game.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on fourth down? They run for it with Carson. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on fourth. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Flush to his right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. B.J. Goodson in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Here's Carson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Giants set to get the football back, and they're coming off a 5-11 season. Now, look, that's an improvement from 2017, but still it's 8-24 the last 2 years. So, okay, you talked about earlier their need to get big guys up front to protect the quarterback. You got the number 6 overall pick in this next year's draft. Where are you going?
You would think that if you could get someone like a Quentin Nelson who went to the Colts last year, you would want to do that. But there's also a chance they can get their future quarterback with the number 6 pick. So you might have to go in that direction and then come back and get the big guys later in the draft. Sitting in that number 6 spot.
And now look at him go. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards. And the Giants strike quickly here for 6 points. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. As Seattle makes their way back out here, Charles, let's take a little deeper dive as they go into the offseason, what they need to do. They led the NFL in rushing yards. You talked about it. They ran the football well. Where do they need to improve?
Maybe a little less stubbornness in establishing the run at times, because Chris Carson, their lead back, didn't get started against Dallas. Mike Davis couldn't add a whole lot. Rashad Penny, who was a rookie, he didn't add a whole lot in that one.
And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Play action. Now Wilson. His throw incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Well, as an offense, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass.
Tyler Lockett. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they could do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
That was a terrific catch. I mean, to go up there and get it one-handed like that, but I almost want to go into that riff about back in my day, the gloves weren't quite like this.
When did gloves really become prevalent, just in general?
I think in the 80s. I think as we started to move through the 80s, especially as we got towards the latter part of that. But a lot of those were really like baseball batting gloves to begin with not much of a tacky area on the glove. In fact, there was none. I actually remember in cold weather games.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Ed Dixon from a yard out. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in, because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. On second down, here's Barkley. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Detroit!
A first down carry for Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. A handoff to Barkley. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Good, strong run against the 3-4 set. And that 3-4, you've got to have your guys up front eat up a lot of blocks. The guy playing over the center, the nose, he usually has to take on double teams. But when you're able to successfully move him, you're often able to get some yardage, and that's when linebackers have to clean up and make tackles.
Watch it now, Barney!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. Past the 20. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A gain of 32 that time.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
The pitch goes to Barkley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
The Giants on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd down and 12. Out of the gun, Loletta. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Corey Coleman, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And give him a gain of 37. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now Wilson on 1st down. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now it's Carson. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They go play action with Wilson. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. And Dixon in the final seconds of the first half. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. Janikowski adds the extra point, and that will get them one closer. So we're back to a 1-point game now as the kickoff comes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, this will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over.
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 75 yards. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. From the shotgun, Wilson. This is caught. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
The Giants on third down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Now let's go.
Here's a give to Barkley. And an alley to run. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now Saquon Barkley, and the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. Barkley. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner in from his linebacker spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. On the run, it's Barkley. And an alley to run. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that's going to lead to a third down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a first down, which screams what? throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a third down.
Now it's Barkley. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
The shotgun snap to Lauletta. He finds Beckham complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Lauletta, he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just...
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down.
Not a blitz, but the guy who's normally the last line of defense recognized that he had a chance to get to the quarterback, and that's exactly what he did.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Wilson from the gun, he'll throw. Looking for the out route, and he's got more. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Room to run past midfield. And he'll take this down to the 40-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Corey Coleman, 20. Rosas now to add the PAT. PAT up and good by Rosas. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And we've got a dandy here. A 1-point game as we begin the 4th. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They go play action now. Wilson. And this is caught. He hits more. They give him 27 yards on the 3rd down conversion. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our play.
There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the 4th. Here's Wilson to throw. And his pass incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of 1 yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Over the middle of the backfield. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll go to Barkley again. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
On the ground, it's Gallman again.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
It'll only be a gain of 1 yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Black 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, here's Lauletta. Buying time to his left. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Corey Coleman, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the G-men have taken the lead here in the fourth. And his defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Now it's Laletta. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And out now come the Seahawks. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Operating from the gun, Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Give him 7 yards on the carry, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This is Carson. Room here to run. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. 61 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the fourth. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit with play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Again, it's Barkley, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to have a third down. They'll run with Barkley. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time. He's back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score, and he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Wilson wants to throw it, eluding the pressure right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. They'll run it now out of the gun. Able to avoid him at the 40, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one. Wilson to throw. Steps away to his left. He lets it fly for Lockett. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Janikowski on for the extra point. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And New York set to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run. So now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
This is Barkley spinning past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sitting right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 30,000. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. I'm on the road, I'm getting paid like what you want, baby. You a bougie, baby, but I love you, baby, give you the world, baby. Pay $5 grand for a handbag like Saint Laurent, baby. We love that money, baby. 100,000 plus 100,000 my whip. Got 30,000 plus 30,000 my wrist. We got those bad, that's I swear, baby, we was just kissing, that's it. How could I forget that you done for me? Baby, gonna take the charge and take the fall from me. Would love to take you shopping, but I'm in your town. Saw a little more. Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sitting right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 30,000. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah. Ball for me. Ball for me, yeah.
Gotta hit him on the jack. When you coming back, where's you at on the map? Everything is intact. Could've been a seamstress, still wouldn't cut him slack. Pretty much ain't got a clue. Itty bitty piggyback off everything I do. But I'm still dropping. Got him looking like James Harden at the awards. Back to you, I'm so into you. For real, bread, like I'm keen to you. If you a 10, I add 10 to you. They be mad when I 10 to you. That's what the bay like. Call me Buffy, cause that's what I slay like. These I sun them like it's daylight. These wanna know what it's like. What it like, yo, what it like, yo. They wanna know what it's like, yo. All this ice is like snow. Get kimonos and let's fly to Tokyo. Pretty, pretty, please, baby, won't you cop this for me?
Baby, could you? I got too much on my mind right now. I ain't got the time to get you sitting right now. Could you? I got too much on my mind right now. Tell that hero Dale, get my baby 30,000. Ball for me. Ball for me,
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. Tyler Lockett now with the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
How about that, taking a deep shot on the first play of the game. Obviously wanting to set a tone by pushing the ball downfield. Just came up incomplete.
Now it's Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Looking for Baldwin, intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he will score. Touchdown, Patriots. Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Lockett the return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Well, a pretty move, couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Obi Melifonwu. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a 1st down.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal. A field goal would make it a 2-score game, but they're going to go aggressive. They're going to try this thing on 4th and goal. He'll go for it. It's Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Play action. It's Wilson. Rolling to his left. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 40.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Philip Dorsett, 41 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Tempo.
Play action. Now Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for Seattle. 48 yards. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
They run it with Carson, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And, Charles, a couple extra defensive backs in here on 3rd and 1.
Not expecting them to run it at all.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. Pete Carroll rolled the dice, but it didn't work out. And the Patriots defense is going to take over on down. So the Patriots coming out now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 16. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Wilson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin hits the Seahawks with a football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. From the gun, it's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on 3rd down for this offense. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And it's hauled in by Ed Dixon. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now.
Check 50, check 50. Check. We're looking for signals. Zebra. 22, he's coming, 22. 40. 19.
2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Going up top. It's caught inside the 25. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give him a gain of 38. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again. And he'll bang that one through. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Now it's Patterson. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Over the middle, Dorsett. 30, the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Philip Dorsett, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly for 6. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Escaping the pressure right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Now they try the right side here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Throwing is Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
The offense stays put. They failed twice already in this first half, but they're going to go a 3rd time here on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards.
14.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Going for the deep ball. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 50 yards. And the Seahawks have made this a 1-score game. Janikowski adds the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match than a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Over the middle, he gets it to Patterson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very solid gain of 27. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes, and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. This one left side caught by Patterson. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Tom Brady, his 3rd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Patriots add on to their lead. XxChaysinCashXx's now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Now Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He gets it into the hands of Gronkowski, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Brady. This is White on the screen. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And he is going to go down back at the 11-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And XxChaysinCashXx's kick is good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because What you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Michael Kendricks in there to get him for a loss of 5. Brady to throw on second down. He's going to rifle one deep left. He's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. They give him a gain of 37. Brady now on first down. Throw left side complete. It's Patterson. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. On second down, here's Brady. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Patterson. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
A nickel look by Seattle on third down.
Yep, 5 defensive backs now. They'll run it now out of the gun. Evades him at the... There he goes, left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel, 40 yards. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on third down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And Dixon over the middle. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to spring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
He may try and run for this. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 4 yards as he does it himself, and it's a first down.
Gun. Okay, we got 4. 19.
On first and 10, it's Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it. Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. New England on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Shotgun now for Brady. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
That's the 2nd sack of the game. And the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Quick hitch, complete. It's Patterson. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And able to find Dorsett. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively, all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
They get 5 on the run, but it leaves them with a tough 3rd and goal forthcoming.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? They'll try to run it in. Michelle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. They're running it. It's Michelle. And he'll get it only to about the 3 and no further as they stop him. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And the Seahawks able to come up with a goal line stand. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jonathan Jones that time, the one who got a hand in, knocked it away.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. From the gun, it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He's got it. So they convert the 2 that keeps their slim hopes alive. as we're back to a two-score game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Patriots offense now, they worked their way back onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. The 30. 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Sony Michel with his second touchdown of the night. And the Patriots add on to their lead. XxChaysinCashXx's with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And the Seahawks looks like they've recovered. They have. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that...
It's caught at the 10. They give them a gain of 37.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there?
And now here's another interception. Picked off inside the 10. He gets away from one. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at the 40. After the interception, here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. And give him now 4 interceptions in this game. That's only the 3rd time this has been done since the year 2000.
I think that tells you how much better teams have gotten at throwing the football. If you go all the way back to 1960, 12 times.
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Sony Michel, 71 yards. And the Patriots continue to roll. And he puts it through. XxChaysinCashX's now out to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in it, and let him fling another one.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
9 yards is the pick up there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with 1st and goal. Have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on 3rd down.
And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now a desperation throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. And it's Michel once again. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. As well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass.
Mac on with a watch face with little dragon balls. Look, you don't need me either. All I need is this. No coca ice, and I get oh so polite. You be the man of your city, I'll be the man of my country. You could be the man of your city, I'ma be the man of my country. Your girl has been calling for days. I get they know different ways. New Orleans parades, yeah, we like. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation, yeah, we like. Your girl has been calling for days. I get they know different ways. Yeah, I'm like, none of my patient. We look like we on a vacation.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, man? Hey, I got that check-in to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you, don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a... These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a... In jail I had... I make you cut off the... Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat, ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check-in to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your... Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life?
It's the NFL on EA Sports as you get a look inside Gillette Stadium here in Foxborough. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks. Their meeting in Super Bowl 49 was thrilling. What's in store here? The Pats and Seahawks are underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. On first down, Wilson being chased out left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's second down. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. And they'll go on the ground. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on first down, and you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
12, 14, run it. 12.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. He's going to air one out. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
29, Alpha.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. A give. This is Michel. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
I don't want to downplay the run, but that's exactly what I expected out of him coming out of college. When I look back at my draft analysis, one of the highest-rated players on my board, a 3-down back who can do everything. And one of the best parts of his game is what he does when he doesn't have the football, because he carries it really well, but he blocks equally as well as pass protects for his quarterback. I think he's going to be special.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. Here we go with Michel. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Sony Michel taking it in from a yard out. And the Pats have taken the early lead. Now Brady. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so they don't get the conversion, but they're going to go right into the onside kick formation. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. So an onside kick fail in the first quarter. Not sure I completely see the logic there.
It's not apparent, is it? You almost have to go deeper, I think, and maybe if we try and work along with them and speculate a little bit here, they must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game. And maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They've got to steal it and try and gain an advantage. And they tried. They just didn't get it done.
A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
19.
To throw is Wilson. Going to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. Looking for Baldwin. Intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. Sheds off the tackle.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. On the handoff, it's Michel. And he is in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Brady going to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. XxChaysinCashXx's now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the scrambler or the dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Patriots take over. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 right at the 30. This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. Accelerating, and off he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Patriots add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through. XxChaysinCashXx's now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On 2nd down, Wilson. And a grab made by Doug Baldwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Baldwin's 1st catch going to be good enough for a 1st down.
I don't care how many times you tell the story, it never loses its luster for me. Doug Baldwin, undrafted out of Stanford, and plays like a #1 receiver.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Brady and the Patriots now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Here's Brady to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. It's not often that we put the word overthrow next to the name Tom Brady.
His accuracy is so good that when there are misses, they're usually not by much. So when we see one like that,
scratch your head a little. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
To throw is Wilson. Looking left sideline. Incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Now Wilson. And that will be incomplete as well.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 32. He's at the 30. 10. And he will score.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now, 2 up right now, I'm two, on one day on my 3rd, I was 2 broke, now I'm 2 rich, made 100K on my 3rd shift, I'm a boy, so, boy, and I'm a gangster, and you a, boy, man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now. Nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now. Need crew love right now. Cause we 2 up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now. 2 up right now. Yeah, I'm 2 up. Round blew up. Copped that new rape on them haters. Threw up. Brother went to jail for them. Told me you up. First time I seen 100 bands, yeah, I grew up. Ooh, on the couches with my shoe up. And we was getting that record label money before they knew us. And we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up. If your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up. Ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we 2 up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. First I pull up, hop out, valet, walk out. All these bands I lost count. Cause I'm 2 up right now. 2 up right now.
Look at the cash coming in. Come get your man, Slim Booger bugging me. Just need a bag, quit all that jaw jackery. Don't even be that, I don't want none of it. He's mad about it, had enough of it. Whoa, watch what you saying, how that poppin' and shaking. Got is a laser, my posse dipping, I raiding. We act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's, bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon, big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas, head back to my old ways. Cop a roof for all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott and took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubble. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubble. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can, yeah. Super fly for the dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, about the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That bet you say you didn't never. I'ma stand up. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you wanna stuff for. Money, that machine. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Hey. Okay. Pocket through big, they sumo. Pulling hard like Uno. Flip like judo. You
sumo. Tell me who the hottest that you know. If it ain't me, you Curry get the flame calling Prince Zuko. Swimming through the money like a flounder. Hold up. I just want the knowledge and the power. Hold up. Why this looking at me sour? Eat it like chowder. Rada. Never gave a about a dollar. More money mean more problems. Pray for me to fall like autumn. Cause I got it on my own with no help, man. Gotta get it, that's it, in myself, man. They need a new hope. Deal of a new. Giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakishi. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like Judo. You act too kudo. You in there, no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like Judo. You act too kudo. You in there, no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too. Future. Pockets on the look super. Bills on me blue slot open. Money on my mind just like a tumor. Spread my money out and then I call that a rumor. Curry the is on the move, no Uber. People try to block it, shine like lunar. Eclipse when I take all my chips. When I pop off the like hummus C-dip. Acrobat with the flip. Money flow like a battleship. Diddy the new hope. Deal of a new. Giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakishi. Pocket too big, they
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the New York Giants. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25. Up to the 28-yard line.
Hey, 47.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Prescott now on second down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first. A first down carry by Elliott. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, second down. Elliott, the leading rusher for the second time in his 3 NFL seasons, 1,434 yards, more than 100 better than second-place Saquon Barkley.
And the offense runs through Ezekiel Elliott in Dallas. He makes them go. And how about how he added to his pass catching this year? His numbers jumped up in a big way. So when Dak Prescott didn't have something downfield, he just dumped it out into the flat to number 21.
Looking deep for Elliott. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, 47 yards. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. On the tackle, it's Randy Gregory.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
A first down carry for Barkley. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster. It all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get him the next time.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. They'll fake it. Now Lauletta. Open man right side is Ingram. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Here's Lauletta. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. And not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a third.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. On third down, Barkley, and he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Now, Charles, as the Cowboys take over here, what do you think of the season that Dallas had? Yes, they get in the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization. But think about this season. They started 3-5. Ended up winning their division. Questions about their head coach, Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that 3rd NFC East title in 5 years. And then they added a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got 2 of the better young linebackers in the league, and Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come.
He hits Beasley right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. They'll roll him out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or two.
46.
Second down, Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Change of scenery turned out to be really good this year for Cooper and the Cowboys. 9 games with them, over 700 yards, including that 217-yard 3-score performance against the Eagles.
And remember, that last score was in overtime to give Dallas a huge win in the NFC East and help propel them to a division title. 1,005 yards combined between Oakland and Dallas.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys will add on to their lead. And it's up and good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A handoff to Barkley. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
A good decision in the end. The pull it and run gets them 9 yards and a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Now Saquon Barkley fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. It's low let off, play action. And he slings one that's incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard, 35 yards. And the Giants have got it back to a 1-score game. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They start on the ground with Elliott. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats. But really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. The give is to Elliott. Tackle made that time by Dalvin Tomlinson. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far? And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dalvin Tomlinson busting through to get him for a loss of 6. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And now out come the Giants. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. How fun will it be to watch Barkley and Elliott go at it twice a year? Here's 1st and 10. A limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. On second down, here's Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Lauletta. It's caught. Shepard. Give him 30 yards there. First down now, but that clock rolling.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lauletta on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. First throw now for the backup Manning. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Lauletta looking for a first down throw. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Again, Lauletta dancing to his left. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's going to bull his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Saquon Barkley in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are in for 6. Rosas now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And out now come the Cowboys. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know.
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. Now a play fake here on first down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. There's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put in.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now it's Barkley, and he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Detroit! Detroit!
Lauletta from the 50. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. Touchdown, Giants. Corey Coleman, 50 yards. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Rosas good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Rosas now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. And he's got it up and through. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. New York set to take the field. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
And he'll take this one up to about the 23. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Giants on 3rd down, they've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. On 1st down, it's Lawletta.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. And they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Lawletta. Over the middle to Beckham. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. It's Barkley on the counter. Shrugs him off. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And a nice spin into some open field. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, They really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
All right, now look at 56.
And they'll try the air now with Lauletta. Flush to his right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. They'll run with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense. Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the four fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the four fingers for 4-minute offense. And this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it. And let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And now here come the Cowboys. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
46. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now Prescott. And his throw is incomplete. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
46. 46. 46.
Prescott now from the 50, eluding the pressure right. And Beasley with it over the middle. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
46.
First down, Prescott. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket. And
he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Olivier Vernon in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Third and long for Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Michael Gallup, 26 yards. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
Detroit!
They go play action here on first down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
46. Here we go. 46. Here we go, 46. 47. 26.
They'll look to throw. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And with that, they still have a chance, partner.
Yeah, if that ball's knocked away, this game is probably over. But guess what? We still got some ball to play.
And they'll get him down right about the 20. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W.
And that is caught. Touchdown. And they're an extra point away from taking the lead here in the final minute. Now they can boot it through on the always important extra point, and then their defense has to hold up their end of the bargain.
And there's something that you've pointed out in numerous games that we've worked. Okay, the excitement's going on. Everyone's celebrating over there. Who's calling up the defense to make sure they're focused because they still have some work to do?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. New York set to take the field. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. They begin with a run by Barkley. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The Giants on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 3. He's back to throw. He finds Beckham complete. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. And we will get a timeout with 2 ticks left. And right now it all rests on the right foot of Aldrick Rosas. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And his kick is good. He knocks through his 3rd field goal of the game, and this one is the one that does.
Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up right now, 2 up right now. I'm two on one day on my 3rd. I was 2 broke, now I'm 2 rich. Made 100K on my 3rd shift. I'm a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy, man. We been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Ooh, right now, I got you. Right now, nothing. Need a Uber right now. Right now, need crew love right now. Cause we 2 up right now. Ooh, I'm up right now. Out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count. Yo, I'm 2 up, round blew up, copped that new rape on them haters, threw up, brother went to jail for them, told me you up, first time I seen 100 bands, yeah I grew up, ooh, on the couches with my shoe up, and we was getting that record label money before they knew us, and we were blowing your budget in the club to boof up, if your dog fall in your ball hog and get your whole crew up, ooh, I'm with right now, I got you. Right now, nothing, need a Uber, right now, need crew love, right now, cause we 2 up, right now, ooh, I'm up, right now, ooh, I'm up, right now, first I pull up, hop out, valet, walk out, all these bands I lost count, cause I'm 2 up, right now, 2 up, right now.
It's one of them ones, man. You just in the car, man. It's like when you in the car, you just think about everything, man. Definitely when you by yourself and you just cruising on the highway, man. Yeah, this got me thinking. On that cap, swerving through traffic, listening to trap. My windows ain't tinted, so notice me. 4 braids, Yankee fitted, yeah, know it's me.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Lockett the return. And now running, Tyler Lockett. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20.
All right, let's give credit. Where credit is due. How about that return? Great blocking, great vision, all the way down to the 2-yard line. The only person who has to be upset, the guy who didn't get it into the end zone. That far and no reward?
Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on-knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Flush to his right. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they went for 2 and failed. They didn't use him on the PAT, but now he boots this one away with a 6-0 lead. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Well, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
Throwing now is Bortles. Eluding the pressure, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Frank Clark coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing. Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Flushed out right. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
To throw is Wilson. Flush to his right. He's got a man. Complete. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
There's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. The former Gamecock here. This is Mike Davis. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Tyler Patman on the tackle.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Now Wilson on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Completes it to Dixon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
On 2nd down, Davis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. They still need 6 yards here on third down after the penalty. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flushed out right, and he'll go down at the 28. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to fourth down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. A first down carry for Davis, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now Wilson.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play?
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Miles Jack able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's third and long here. Wilson now, operating from the gun. Steps away to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. Malik Jackson. He's the one to get him this time. And back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a fourth down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And that will make our score 9-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette, and he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
It was Jaron Reed who got him down.
2 straight 4-yard runs, and it is steadily working the ball downfield. To me, they're staying right on schedule. First down, you want 4 yards or more to set up the rest of the drive. They're getting exactly that.
A pickup of 5 that time and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Bortles now on first down. Flush to his right. It's caught inside the 25. Give him 30 yards there.
I like the design of that play, or shall I say the way it ended up. Quarterback ends up to the right side. You know, it gets outside of the pocket. How about the tight end staying in his sight line and getting to that same part of the field? And they find each other for the completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, But what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Lucy.
Shotgun now for Bortles. And he's going to go down again. Frank Clark in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Baldwin. A good pickup there at 22.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
I think this is a free play for Wilson. He sets to fire deep. It's caught at the 10. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years, our team seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try and run for it with Davis. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
They were held to a field goal on their 1st drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And Janikowski bangs it through, and the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Well, these Jacksonville Jaguars, as their offense comes back out here, they had a hard fall from 2017. Now, there are falls and there are graceful falls. This was not a graceful fall. It was, wow, from the AFC Championship game to 5-11.
So you're saying it wasn't part of the ballroom dancing course that they might have taken, right? Where it's very graceful in what they're getting done?
Negative.
I mean, they ended up going 5-11. Defense was still good, number 5 in the league, but the offense struggled all season long, finished number 27 in the league, and too many turnovers at key times for the defense to keep up. So look for this team to make a few moves, especially on the offensive side of the ball, and hopefully have a quieter offseason and quieter regular season in 2019.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. Dancing to his left. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Lucy.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Bortles going to throw. Safarian Jenkins has it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short.
Hey, let's go. Trips left.
They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, as the first half is winding down, and the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. And his kick is good. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
This is complete. It's Baldwin. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. And with 1 second left, they get the timeout, and they'll have a chance to kick the field goal before intermission. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Janikowski bangs it through. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Out to kick is Janikowski. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. The 30, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. 75 yards. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll slice his way down to the 30 with a pickup of 7.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Well, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The rushing numbers for Wilson, maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. They'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
From the 2 now, second and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try to run with Carson. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Not only was that a terrific play, but that loss of yardage they created this close to their own goal line, that gives them a little breathing room now as they move them back.
And they're breathing fire a little bit right now, aren't they?
A lot of confidence being shown by them at this point of the game.
Interesting, a chip shot field goal here would give them the lead, but instead, they're going on fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Trey Madden taking it in. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. From the gun, Wilson steps away to his left. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The tackle made by K.J. Wright.
It'd be hard to say that the defense wouldn't be ready for a first down run. When you gain that kind of yardage against a defense, it's really kind of geared to stop that play. Your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Lucy.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17. On 1st down, Bortles. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. Touchdown, Jaguars! Dante Moncrief, 51 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will tie the ball game. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you score points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Fighting his way through contact. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A very solid gain of 27. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at 2nd down.
I remember a coach told me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
He can run for it, and he will. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And Janikowski bangs it through, and they have regained the lead. Another drive bogs down, but for the 4th time, they're able to escape with 3 points.
And this last one gives them the lead, so that's a good thing. And they've needed every one of these field goals, but it has to feel good to them to know that confidence is there. If we do bog down, they'll give us 3 points.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll run it again with Fournette. Fournette, a First down, still going. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight first down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Gotta love what they're doing on offense right now.
Lucy.
Throwing on first down is Bortles. Moncrief brings it in. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Sunday. Hey, spread left. 11.
On second down, here's Bortles. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. After the interception, here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. On second down, Wilson. Flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's Wilson. Forced out to his... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Calais Campbell. Able to drop him for a loss of 12. And it'll be 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Lucy. Hey, spread right. Smack. Lucy.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. When you're on your own 1-yard line like they were, oftentimes you're thinking just run on any down, get some space. There they elect to throw it. It cost them.
You get the sense that they were banking on the element of surprise, right? Everyone expects you to run it there. Let's take a shot. Let's throw it. Try and create some speed.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A great play there. An 18-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Janikowski good with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out to kick is Janikowski. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Jaron Reed. Busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. From the gun, it's Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Usually hitting a deep post pattern, as we just saw there, for a big gainer, that's tough to do because you usually have a safety or two in the middle of the field. If you hit enough crossers and underneath routes and curls, you start to get those guys creeping up, wanting to make plays on the football. It's the equivalent of a changeup in baseball. You show your other stuff, throw the changeup, and on that play, it worked for big yardage.
He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple. Bortles to throw on second down. Being chased out left. And avoids the contact by sliding. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he's trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Bortles now to throw. Dancing to his left. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Here we go. 11B, 11B. 372.
Bortles to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 4. And they're going to face a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Marquise Lee, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are back within a score. And the lead is down to a field goal now. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Oh, Wilson going to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Room to run inside the 40. He's at the 30, 10, and he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you've still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yeah, two-score game.
Onside kick.
He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Bortles. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Shaquille Griffin with a pass.